So we are living in historic inflation for our generation at least, because in the 80s, inflation was much higher than it is today. So in this video, I want to go through a step-by-step framework that if you are someone who constantly worries about money, how you can actually help and improve your situation in terms of how you worry about money, but also improving your financial situation. So stick around to the end of the video, because I think at the end of the video, you're going to get some great insights on how to shift your mindset when it comes to worrying about money. My name is Adrian. This is Always Talk Money. I like to talk personal finance and money and everyday life in a way that can help you to level up financially. If that sounds good to you, please leave a like for the YouTube algorithm, as well as subscribe to the channel, become part of the family. We make new videos like this every single week. Without further ado, let's get into the video. I want to start here. If you're constantly worried about money, there's one place I want you to look, and that's looking inward. And in looking inward, there's three specific things I want you to look at, and that is your current job, your upbringing, and your skill set, right? Because all of these things are intertwined into how you are doing financially, how you are doing economically in the job marketplace. So with your current job, are you worried about money because you're not getting paid enough? Are you worried about money because it's a temporary job? Are you worried about money because it's a job that you don't like and you're looking towards, quitting that job within the next short period of time? The next thing in terms of looking into yourself is your upbringing. How was your family life? How did your family treat money? Were your parents stingy? Were your parents always broke? Were your parents always worried about money? Because a lot of people get their money habits and their money mindsets from their family, from their upbringing. You know what they say, show me who your friends are and I show you who you are. And that really permeates through the people you have most close contact with. You tend to pick up their habits. So if you're being raised in a household where money is always tight, money's always a hot button issue, money's never been abundant, you're more likely to have problems with money as you get older. And then thirdly, your lack of skills. Are you worried about money because you feel like you don't have enough value to bring to a job, to the marketplace, or just enough value to start your own business if that's something you want to do? Or whether it is that you do have a skill set, you do have a skill set that you really like, but it's just a skill set that doesn't bring enough money into the marketplace. All skills aren't made equal, right? Because a software engineer is never going to get the same pay as, let's say, a fry cook or a busboy or a valet driver. So if you're at the bottom of the job market, realistically, you need to find a way to up level your skill set. And that goes to the second point I'm going to make. Look at what you can change within the next 90 days. Your living situation. Can you live in a cheaper neighborhood? Can you get roommates? Can you move back home? Is that a viable option? Your job situation. Can you go back to school? Can you learn something online? Can you start a side hustle to increase your income, increase your value to the job marketplace? Because everything in capitalism is most attached to a meritocracy. So you get paid based on the level of skill that you can bring to that marketplace. It could be that you are in the perfect skill set, you know exactly what to do, but you just need to update that resume. A lot of times if you job hop, a lot of times if you switch jobs, you can get a raise. Instead of waiting for that company 5 years, 10 years, 15 years to give you a 5% raise, a 10% raise, you can get a much bigger raise by actually just switching company. Go to a competitor. Put your skills out there. Go on LinkedIn, X, or Twitter, wherever, network, go to networking events. Find some ways where in the next 90 days, you can change your financial situation so where you're not worried about money as much. And speaking of networking events, the third way you can stop to worry about money is to get some examples of people who are doing well, people who have money, people who have the high level skills and have the life that you want to live. If you are from a neighborhood, if you are from a family that's poor, a family that doesn't have money, you are going to adopt those mindsets. So one thing you can do that is very beneficial and very great is to find that motivation, find a mentor, find a group, find a network, right? Do those things to get around people who are going in the direction that you want to go. You don't have to stay in your situation. You can change your environment. As humans, we're social creatures. And when you are a social creature, when you are around people that want to be successful, when you are around people that are ambitious, that are doing well, you're going to most likely want to do that. Consequently, if you're around friends that aren't productive, that just want to party all weekend, that want to smoke and drink and just not be productive at all, then you are most likely going to be one of those people. Again, show me who your 5 closest friends are and I will show you who you are. So maybe it's time for you to get around some people who are winning in life. Don't adopt that loser mentality. Don't adopt that negative mindset. Whoever you are, wherever you are, you can be financially successful. It doesn't mean you're going to be a millionaire or a billionaire, but it does mean that everyone has a fair shot to live the life financially of their dreams. You just have to surround yourself with the right people. Guys, if this video is bringing you value so far, please leave a like on the YouTube algorithm, as well as subscribe, become part of the family. We make new videos like this every single week. Now, here's where I want to give you some very specific actionable steps. And the first thing to do is make a complete 180. Whatever you're doing right now, it's clearly not working, because if you're stressed out, if you're worried about money, if you're always broke, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, it means you're not doing something correctly. It means you don't do a 360, because a 360 would bring you back right where you are. Do a 180. So if you're going out every single Friday night, just living for the weekend, then stop doing that. Wake up a little bit earlier. As I said, look for new jobs, update your resume, network. Everything in your life, you need to gut out all the things that are bad for you and replace them with new things. Where you are today is a reflection of the things that you've done most likely in the last 2 to 3 years. Let me say that again. Wherever you are today in life is a reflection of the decisions that you made in the last 2 to 3 years. And so if in 2 to 3 years you want to be successful financially, you want to be happy, you want to stop worrying about money, you have to make the steps starting right now to change the trajectory of where you want to go, because it's going to take some time, right? It's going to take some time. It's not going to be in 1 day, 2 days, or even 3 days. You have to make the decision to change right now. Stay on the bandwagon, stay disciplined, don't rush the process, understand delayed gratification, and you will get there. And one of the cool ways that you can make a complete 180 and just do something small but actionable that will actually change your mindset of where you are going is choose one thing in your budget that you can cut out, right? It doesn't mean you have to go frugal. It doesn't mean you have to cut every single thing. You don't have to stop completely spending money on discretionary resources, but change one thing. So if you have multiple subscriptions to Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and so on and so forth, cut one of them out. Just start yourself with a small win. If you like to eat out 5 nights a week, cut it down to 3 nights a week. Get that small win. Choose one thing in your budget that you can cut out. The reason being is when you get that small win, it can snowball into bigger and bigger wins. And before you know it, you're so addicted to winning, you're so addicted to your new good habits, your new good money habits, you keep it rolling. And when you keep it rolling, that's when you start to see some progress, right? So Rome wasn't built in a day. That's another point I want to make. Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes consistency, persistency, the ability to know that your friends are going to mock you. They're going to wonder why you stop hanging out, why you stop going to beer nights, why you stop partying, why you stop waking up late, why are you spending so much time in the gym, why are you working after you come off of work to work on your side hustle, to do everything in your power to make sure in the future, right now you're worried about money, but to make sure in the future you're no longer worried about money, because that is just not a place that you can be. So a great thing to do is cut one thing out of your budget. If you don't know anything about budgeting or money management, I have a money management ebook in the description down below. Check that out. It will actually give you a step-by-step framework on how to manage your money, how to build a budget, and so on and so forth. So check that out. It will greatly help you. And the last point I want to make is you can contact your debtors. A lot of people worry about money because they're in debt, right? It's credit card debt, student loans, and so on and so forth, right? Not necessarily mortgage debt, but it's the consumer debt that really gets you, right? So what you want to do is contact your debtors. Try to set up some sort of payment plan. Try to let them understand your situation. Try to make sure you can maybe get an extended pay period. Maybe extend the length of the loan. It's not great. You're going to pay more in interest, but maybe it can ease the pressure on you just financially month to month. Find ways that maybe you can do some sort of debt consolidation, right? There's different ways to go about it, because a lot of people, as I said before, a lot of people's money worries come from the fact they're deep in debt. Car loan debt, credit card debt, student loan debt, personal loan debt, all these bad consumer debts that you got caught up in because you wanted to keep up with the Joneses, you want to impress your friends, you want to buy drinks at the bar, buy a round for everybody, you put that on your credit card. It's just not the way to go, guys. And also, I have a debt management ebook in the description down below that can actually help you to get a step-by-step 10-day framework on the steps you need to take when you want to get out of debt. And you can always consult it. Once you buy it, you download it, you get it, and you can always consult it whenever you have problems with money management or debt. Those resources are great. A lot of times the fears that we have about money and certain things in life are bigger than they are in our minds than they are in actual real life. So if you reach out, if you try to start to Get those money habits going. Try to get the ball rolling in the right direction and fix your mind state around money and know that you can be financially independent. You can be in a place where you don't have to worry about these things. Then I promise you, eventually, if you stay diligent, persistent, delayed gratification, you will win. But you just have to trust the process. Don't worry about money. Let money worry about you. Let money say, oh my God, this person is going to make more money and more money every single year, because they know the proper steps and the proper framework to take to make money work for them instead of them working for money. Like the video, subscribe, become part of the family. My name is Adrian. I'll see you in the next video, but I hope you have a great, wonderful rest of your day and just stop worrying about money today. Peace.